There's a place between waking and sleeping, that's known as the void. It's a gateway into the mind of existence, a wormhole to other worlds, other dimensions, other realities. Until now, the void has been the exclusive domain of shamans, high priests, and sorcerers, and their travels and experiences beyond the gateway have given them knowledge and power above that of mere mortals. And their stories have given mankind its myths, its legends, and its religions. But their secret is out. Their gateway is known. Their wormhole is open to all who dare to explore. By some, it's called lucid dreaming, astral projection, the out-of-body experience. I know it as phasing, the transition between dimensions and the exploration of a limitless multiverse of other realities. My name is Mike, and I am a PHASER. "5 o'clock in the afternoon, meditating. I relax my physical body and mind close to the point of sleep. This is the magic place, or rather state, that induces hypnagogic imagery, and it's these images I'm waiting for. It takes a while, but as I go deeper into the void, voices and faces and scenes flood my mind, glimpses into parallel universes. I let them come and go, keeping my mind alert and objective, waiting for the moment of phase. The moment an image sucks me out of my base reality and projects me into another. Then, suddenly, I'm in. I'm immediately lucid and quickly look around to get my bearings. It's a room in a house, I don't know whose, I don't know where. I see a settee, a bookcase, and doors to other rooms. There's a bunch of people with me in this room, and I sense there's a lot more in the rest of the building. Two of them I seem to know. A guy I think is my brother, but you can never be sure. And a girl, could be his girlfriend, but I don't recognize her. An urge from my base consciousness distracts me, and I wander out briefly through a side door into a kitchen. Busying myself a while, opening and closing cupboards like I'm looking for something, or like I should be cleaning, which is my day job. A cat springs into one of the cupboards and knocks the contents onto the floor. I shoo it out, tidy the stuff back, close the door, and then, realizing I don't have to do any cleaning because I'm not at my work, I go back to the other room. My brother and his girl are teasing with the other occupants and laughing. "Hey Mike, get this! We're invisible!" They were right. We could see each other, but the other occupants couldn't see or hear us. This is a new experience for me, and I make a mental note of it, thinking about how I could explore this experience, other than just playing pranks on people like Bro and his girl were doing. But my musing was suddenly interrupted. The door burst open and a group of heavy Black Ops soldiers stormed in, waving taser sticks in our direction. "They're in here," I heard them call out. They couldn't see us, but their sticks glowed and buzzed to give our positions away. We had no idea what they'd do if they caught us, and we didn't want to find out. Bro and his girl ran up the group, knocking a couple of the soldiers aside, and took off into other parts of the building. I quickly skipped over the settee and through a side door. I found myself in an empty room. There was a window I thought I might be able to escape through. But I didn't have time. One of the soldiers had followed me in, so I backed up, softly, against a wall. thinking if I stayed quiet, he wouldn't be able to locate me. He stood in the doorway, listening for movement, pointing his stick around. He knew I was there, but not precisely where. If he moved into the room, I could maybe slip around him and out without him catching me. At that moment, the cat came into the room, and the cat could see me. It sauntered past the soldier and sidled up to me, purring and curling around my heels. "Damn it, cat," I muttered between my teeth. "You just gave me away." The soldier cried out, "I got one!" and lunged towards me. I took my chance, skipped past him as he lunged and ran out before any of his comrades turned up. I found Bro and his girl waiting anxiously by an outside door. "Come on, Mike, we gotta leave, they're all over the place." We ran out onto a field. Glancing back, I saw that the building was a clubhouse, and this was some kind of airfield. In the distance, we saw a parked plane and headed for it. The soldiers had realized our escape and gathered outside the building, but pursuit would be useless in the open. We felt we'd gotten free until we saw the machines above us. Drones the size of footballs, fitted with their own sensors and tasers. They swarmed at us like angry bees, and we made for the waiting plane. "Hope this thing flies," I heard Bro cry out, and I wondered the same thing. It looked like an old World War II bomber, but with open cockpits. Fortunately, 3 of them. We scrambled up into our seats, Bro and girl swatting at the drones while I started the engines. It all happened so fast and easily, and the next moment we were screeching along the runway, away from the drones, away from the drama, and up into a heavy grey sky. It was cold and wet up in that sky, and the propellers and wind filled the air with a deafening roar. But it was exhilarating and exciting, and in a strange way, eerily peaceful. It was too noisy to talk, but I could think clearly, and spent a while musing over what just happened. Who were those black ops? How did they know we were there? What did they want with us? I'm always blown away by the situations I land in. Wonder if they were created specially for me, even by me. But I do this more for the adventure than for answers. I've learned to take it all in my stride, however strange or dangerous or scary the situation. Like now, the propellers stop turning. We have a moment to witness the silence, then start plummeting at great speed straight down. The wind and clouds roar past us. Bro's girl is screaming in the back. Bro is tugging my collar and yelling, "Pull up! Pull up! We're gonna crash!" "We're not gonna crash," I yell back. And I'm pulling at the joystick as hard as I can, willing the plane with all my might into a rise. I can't see the ground through the thick cloud, but I can sense it getting closer and closer. A high-pitched whining fills my ears and adrenaline is rushing through my whole being, and I'm thinking, this is fun. We break through a last layer of dark cloud, and suddenly, just in time, the plane responds. The propellers spin, and we sweep upwards, screaming and laughing with relief in the rush. Then I phase again. No warning, no buzz, no transition time. In an instant. No plane, no bro, no girl. I'm drifting along a village street, about 4 meters off the ground. The street is deserted and silent. The sky is blue, the calmness a stark contrast with the chaos of a moment earlier. I enjoy the drifting for a while, taking control of my own flight. Soon a flock of swallows or bluebirds gather above and around me, darting up and about with speed and grace. I take it all in, and I notice a strange anomaly. One of the birds stops a few feet above me and turns to rest, upside down, on the surface of what I can only describe as invisible water. I can't distinguish water from sky, except for the ripples across the blue where the bird is sitting. Other birds do the same, flipping in the air and darting in and out the invisible water, leaving droplets hovering in the air and what I see as sky rippling above me. It's as if gravity has two directions here, but you can't see the borderline. I lower my flight and fly carefully so I don't cross that border and end up falling upwards into an ocean I can't see. And I stay below the birds as I make my way towards the end of the street. The street leads to a wide open beach, and I land upright with my feet on the sand. At first glance, it all looks normal. Lots of people enjoying the sunshine, kids running in and out of the surf. But the anomaly is present here too. The upper gravity layer is sucking up the waves into great globules of water that ride with the tide until they come crashing under their own weight down onto the beach. It's fascinating to watch. A small boy comes running past me, heading for the water. I watch him take a dive into one of the globules. I did not expect what happened next, and I'm pretty sure he didn't either. Beneath the swell of water lurked a monster, a giant crayfish creature with the mouth of a great white shark, and that mouth swallowed the boy in one gulp. I was stunned. The boy's father came rushing past me, screaming for his son. The creature had left the water and was now scurrying across the beach towards the dunes, father in hot pursuit and me chasing behind. I really wanted to see what this guy was going to do next. There were other such beasts about, and I realized the people here were used to them. I was the only one truly surprised. I even heard someone mention them by name. Mudrats. Not a name I would have called them. The father caught up to the beast, which seemed a lot more docile on land, and I watched from a distance as he prized its massive jaws open. I half expected to see him pull his son out unharmed, but no such luck, and the guy just leaves it and walks away. I ask him what happened, and he tells me some people just get digested right away. I'm left a little speechless by his apparent lack of deeper emotion. But hey, this is not my world. I decide I've seen enough here and head out flying towards some buildings I can see in the distance. To my left is an aqueduct where the seawater is channeled towards my destination, and I follow along it. The water is turbulent like a wild river, and I notice other creatures swimming under its surface. I think maybe dolphins. But no. Two of the creatures break the surface, moving with the same ease and grace as dolphins, but these are men. Giant seamen, at least 4 meters long, powerfully built with scaly skin. And they have no arms. I watch them in awe as they plow through the water at great speed. I have to fly faster to keep up with them. Suddenly I feel a sense of unease as one of the creatures turns its gaze towards me. I don't trust those eyes. And I don't know what these creatures can or will do if you get too close, so I rise a little higher out of its possible reach. The distant buildings are closer now, stores and cabins on another beachfront. I steer away from the aqueduct and head for them. A thought comes to mind as I fly. I've never experienced wings. This is as good a time as any, I decide, so I manifest a pair of angel wings attached to my upper back. I enjoy a few moments of angel flight, and then sense that my father has also somehow materialized into my experience. So I glide down to the beach, flapping my wings lightly as I come to land, and my father lands behind me. "Hey Dad," I say, folding up my wings. "You got wings too?" "Yep, what do you think?" "Really? Not the best you can do?" "Hey, they work just fine, thank you." I suddenly notice how warm it is, and I'm still wearing my winter coat, and the idea of a cold drink comes to mind. "So Dad, fancy a beer?" Our wings miraculously disappear as we walk to one of the stores, which is apparently the place to get beer. But there's a queue inside, and the guy in front is trying to pay with a large banknote, which the barmaid has to go and change somewhere else. This is going to take too long," I say to Dad, and move him outside. In the meantime, I materialize 2 bottles of beer out of nowhere and give him one. Sometimes you just get caught up in the habits of normal life and find yourself queuing and paying for things that aren't necessary in these worlds. We find a wall to sit on. Dad has manifested a bottle opener. He pops the cap off his bottle and hands the opener to me. I pop mine open and hold the opener in front of me. "I could make this disappear," I say, thinking aloud. "Or just throw it away. We can always manifest another if we need one." And I contemplate this for a moment. But I put the opener in my pocket instead, because I can do that too. Dad drinks his beer quietly, gazing over the seaside scene in front of us. I feel a strange tug at my consciousness, and I manage just one swig from my bottle before I phase out and find myself back in my own reality. It's now 6:30 in the afternoon. Hi there, it's Mike here. I hope you enjoyed this first episode of PHASER, the true adventures of an interdimensional traveller. This is just one of many experiences I had in the astral realms over the last year, so there are many more episodes yet to come. I plan to get at least one out a month, maybe more. If you did enjoy it, then please like and share this video, and if you have comments or questions, post them below. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you don't miss the next episode or any of the extra content I'll be posting here while you're waiting for it. Well, thanks for watching, and I'll see you again soon.